Tonight, Macon Bib leaders say protecting the county's future may come down to funding. They're pushing to double the state historic rehabilitation tax credit limit to $60 million a year. Those credits help support both commercial and residential projects. Maggie Fitzgerald breaks down why Macon Bib leaders and preservation advocates say this decision could shape Macon for decades to come.
The Union Furniture building behind me symbolizes what's at stake. Macon's Main Street program has used historic preservation tax credits for nearly 70 projects, more than any other place in the country. But if lawmakers don't act, advocates say buildings like this will stay vacant longer, and Macon's revival could be put to a halt. For years, Macon developers have turned vacant, aging buildings into homes, storefronts, and offices, mainly thanks to Georgia's historic rehabilitation tax credits. Emily Hopkins is Newtown Macon's Vice President of External Affairs and Historic Macon's newly appointed Executive Director. She says they've been a game changer.
In downtown alone in the past decade, there have been 69 projects completed that represented an investment of $97.5 million. These are buildings that would sit vacant and wouldn't bring things like housing units or new storefronts for new businesses.
Georgia currently limits how much credit it can award each year, Macon already reaching that cap. At the center of the push is House Bill 376, a proposal to expand the cap to $50 million. It was withdrawn during last year's session and sent back to a committee for future consideration. And now, Macon leaders want state lawmakers to double it to $60 million, or risk slowing Macon's momentum, with projects on the line.
There are 6 buildings in downtown alone, like the one behind us, that could use these historic tax credits for rehabilitation. So if this cap isn't increased, that could severely impact our growth and development in Macon.
And it's not just downtown. Macon's historic neighborhoods, 17 nationally registered districts, also depend on these incentives. Hopkins says preservation isn't just about pretty buildings, it's about tourism, housing, and economic return.
This is really a story and a tool that makes our entire community more vibrant.
In Macon, Maggie Fitzgerald, 13, WMAZ News.
Newtown Macon says the 6 ready-to-go downtown projects would add 28 residential units, 100 hotel rooms, 90 offices, and 6 storefronts in the next 2 to 3 years. They say that puts more than $20 million of possible investment on the line.